Hello, fellow football fans, the Casual Fantasy Scout here, and welcome to episode 2 of my series Can ChatGPT Beat Me at Fantasy Football? I'm recording this just before the transfer deadline, and I'm going to show you today which 11 players I picked for my first round. Then I'm going to show you which 11 players the ChatGPT picked. We are going to compare them and, analyze which team has a better chance at scoring higher. Of course, it's mine. But yeah, let's get into the teams. So, let's start with my team. I'm going to use the 4-5-1 formation, which is a bit strange since the strikers they're good strikers that have good matchups, but yeah, you see what I'm talking about. So, at goal we are starting with Gregor Kobel from Switzerland. I think Switzerland are going to do great in this group, and their match against Qatar is really favorable, so I'm looking for a clean sheet um, from Kobel, yeah. Then, in defense, I have Virgil van Dijk against Japan. Virgil van Dijk is a leader and a threat in the set pieces, at the set pieces, sorry. Then I have Joshua Kimmich against Curacao. I shouldn't explain much about him. Nuno Mendes again as Kimmich, really favorable matchup against Congo. And then last pick is the Cypher against Egypt. I think right now Belgium in a good form, and if he starts, then he'll be definitely scoring good seasons. He's also taking some set pieces. Then midfield. Uh, I picked a really strong midfield. This is why I really wanted to have five midfielders. For the first one is Doku. As I said in my last video, he was in a great form for City. So definitely one player that I'm going to watch really closely and I think is going to do really well at the World Cup. Then Lucho Diaz against Uzbekistan. Lucho is a player that works a lot and he gets also in positions and he's the clear leader of the Colombian team. So I expect him to lead them against Uzbekistan in a win. Then Michael Olise against Senegal. Olise, as we saw in some of the friendlies, is doing the same stuff that he does with Bayern, or he has done the whole season with Bayern. So I'm expecting him to just take the ball at some point and do some magic stuff, so to say. Then Pedri against Cabo Verde. Pedri, as I said in my last video, has a lot of potential to play a killer ball, to put somebody in a great position. So for me, Pedri has a really good chance at picking some good points in the first round. And then my captain choice would be Bruno Fernandes against Congo. I think Portugal are going to win, even though in some of the friendlies they didn't look as sharp as I wanted to see them. Bruno Fernandes always has this killer pass, and he can also score. But I think he's going to get some assists in this World Cup. And then at top alone is Mr. Harry Kane. Harry Kane also did a lot of good stuff for Bayern. He scored over 60 goals this season against Croatia. Yes, England are a bit shaky, but I think even winning 1-0 against Croatia, the goal scorer is probably gonna be Kane. So yeah, for me, Kane is the obvious choice. And then at the bench, you see Chakir, Diomande. Diomande, actually, I'm not still sure if I should pick him next to Harry Kane, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. Omar Marmoush, just because their match against Belgium, I am not sold on to stardom. And then Kufau against Korea. I think it's gonna be a tough matchup. I predict it's gonna be like 1-1 or something like that, and he just won't score that good in that fixture. But yeah, this is my team. Tell me if you like it in the comments. Should I have changed somebody? But yeah, now let's go to see what ChatGPT put up. So now we have ChatGPT's team. He has used the 3-4-3 formation, And at Go, he has Mano Onoyer, who is playing against Curacao, so really nice pick. Then he has Hakimi, who is playing against Brazil, so he has a lot of faith in Hakimi. I mean, he's one of the best right backs in the world, so I guess, but against Brazil, he's. Let's see, yeah. Then he has Robinson against Paraguay. I think that's a good pick. And then Estupinian against Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, which is going to be interesting because in that matchup, I think Ivory Coast will edge it out. But yeah, Estupinan is an attacking fullback, so he might get some points. Then in midfield, his captain choice is Rafinha against Morocco. Then he's using the LeBron James of soccer, Mr. Pulisic, against Paraguay. Again, a good pick. Then he has McAllister against Algeria. I have my doubts for McAllister, but yeah, ChatGPT likes him. And then the last spot is for Bruno Fernandes. Not gonna talk a lot about it since I have him as well. And then the front three are Mbappe, Messi, and Depay. Mbappe can always score a lot of goals. Messi actually, when he plays, does a lot of good stuff. He basically, I think, scored a penalty against Bosnia and had the pass before the penalty. And Depay against Japan, it's gonna be interesting matchup because these two teams can be a bit unpredictable. And then his bench, Diogo Costa, Otamendi, Hernandez, and Chavez. I thought that he would play Hernandez actually in defense, but he didn't. So, I mean, that's his choice. So, yeah, now you see both teams on the screen. And tell me, guys, which one do you like better? And also tell me which team actually will score more points after round one. Hopefully it is going to be my team, but let's see. And yeah, if you like the video, please click the like button, subscribe for more content, and then I will see you next time. Bye bye.